हेलो फ्रेंड्स, कैसे हैं आप सब। आई होप ऑल ऑफ यू आर डूइंग रियली वेल। मैं हूं आयान और मैं स्वागत करता हूं आपको मेरे इस नए यूट्यूब चैनल में जिसका नाम है शाइन एंड आउटशाइन। तो सबसे पहले आई विश ऑल ऑफ यू अ वेरी हैप्पी न्यू ईयर। आई होप दिस ईयर ब्रिंग्स लॉट्स ऑफ लव, पीस एंड हैप्पीनेस टू योर लाइफ। टुडे in this video, we are going to discuss about 10 idioms that you can use in your daily conversations that will go a long way in improving your English speaking skills. So, without wasting any time, let's get started. So, first on our list is it's raining cats and dogs. So, what do you mean when you say it's raining cats and dogs? Well, you mean that it is raining heavily outside or it is pouring down. For example, the match between India and Australia had to be called off because it was raining cats and dogs since morning. Next up on our list is bite off more than you could chew. So what does this idiom mean? This idiom essentially means you're agreeing to do a job that is beyond your capability. That is, you're taking on a responsibility that you won't be able to fulfill. What would be a good example? A good example would be Smith had realized that he had bitten off more than he could chew when he decided to cook dinner for 15 people all by himself. Next on our list is crying over spilt milk. Crying over spilt milk basically means when you're being upset or regretful or pensive or gloomy on something that has already happened. For example, Ram was really depressed as he had lost a lot of money in share market. But he soon realized that there was no point crying over spilt milk. Did you get my point? Our next idiom of the day is not my cup of tea. So what do you mean when you say that something is not your cup of tea? You basically mean that it's not something that you really like or is of interest to you. An example would be, dancing is not my cup of tea. I like singing instead. Next up is hit the hay or hit the sack. So what exactly is hitting the hay? Well, when you hit the hay is basically when you go to sleep. For example, after a tiring and arduous day at the office, Ram decided to hit the hay early. Next up is jump the gun. Jump the gun is basically when you're trying to do something hastily without having a proper knowledge of the subject. An example would be, let's not jump the gun and declare the winner of the match before even it starts. Next up is being a pain in the neck. So what do you mean when you say that someone is a pain in your neck? You basically mean that person is being terribly annoying or irritating and is causing you trouble. An example would be, my sister can really be a pain in my neck sometimes as she really disturbs me whenever I try to study. Next up on our idiom list is a piece of cake. So what do you mean when you say that something is a piece of cake? You mean that it is really easy. An example would be, Rita had passed the examination with flying colors. It turned out to be a piece of cake for her. The last idiom of the day is down in the dumps. So what do you mean when you say someone is down in the dumps? You basically mean that that person is really sad and depressed. An example would be, Rohit was really down in the dumps as his father had passed away and he was terribly sad. The last idiom of the day is pull up your socks. Pull up your socks basically means to work harder towards achieving a particular goal by redoubling one's efforts. An example would be, after Ram failed in his class 10 examinations, he decided to pull up his socks and work more diligently towards passing the exam with flying colors. That's it, guys. That was my first video on this channel. I hope you liked it, and if you did like it, please do share, like and subscribe. That would really motivate and encourage me to post many such videos on my channel, and please do overlook any errors on my part, this being my first video. So love you all and see you in the next video.